Hello everyone, today is the 19th of November. I traded three stocks today. One of them was VKTX. They had some data from their phase 2 study and they were given a strong buy, 43 price target. Um, I was short bias on this trade because looking at their history I can see that these gap ups that they've had have tended to sell off. So here they had some data that they presented, which obviously sold off, and this is what I was anticipating to happen today. Um, so this is how the trade panned out. Alright, so I'm looking at the support on the pre-market, and I was looking at this range here. So where it kind of pulled up and hit into that and got rejected, I was then looking for a lower high. To take my first piece. I'm trying to do trades before 10 o'clock rather than just sitting there, because I've seen a lot of the moves happen around that time and I want to take a quick scalp for them. So this is what I'm trying to do. I am going in smaller size, but nevertheless, so I've taken this as a lower high. So I've gone in short here and I've covered straight away here. Then I was looking at this support line here. Where it broke this, I then took another short and I had my risk set as the high of this candle. I actually got stopped out there, so all in all this is a small loss for me. I also traded AMAT. So AMAT, they had poor earnings which released on I think it was Friday last week, and they gapped up really strong. Well, they gapped down and then they kind of got bought back up. So this is the daily chart here. Yeah, so they come down and they got bought right up, which was strange. So seeing that, me like many of the other guys was looking at this as a second day fade. So where I've taken this, I've missed a lot of the move. So it was really kind of range bound all day, quite powerful pops and drops all the way through here. And I was looking at this 35 level, waiting for it to crack and then retest for me to take my position. So obviously I didn't take anything in this because it was too whippy. I didn't look at any of these as higher highs or lower highs or anything like that. I was just concentrating on this break here. When it did happen, when it broke and then retested, I took a short, but I covered really early. So yeah, I covered straight into this kind of volume push down here. And the reason why I exited is because I was looking at this, and because of the way it's been acting here, I felt like there's a lot of people that was, 50% going long, 50% going short, and it felt like that here, and it felt like it could have been short trapping here, where it was just kind of absorbing all of the shorts here, and if it just popped past this little wedge here, then it was going to squeeze them out. So I wanted to cut it loose and take my profits. Obviously I wish I didn't, and laid it out for the rest of the day, because that is a beautiful trade. Okay, the other one that I did was MU. Again today I haven't been great today, but nevertheless this is where we're at with MU. So the reason why I took this trade is because it's a sympathy play, based off what's been going on with the with Apple and all the rest of them. So they did have some news where the Chinese authorities allege evidence of chip maker antivirus violations. So there was some negative with some China news that's going on there. So they had a small gap down pre-market. But I was looking on Twitter and I was looking on a lot of the news feeds, and there was a lot of people negative about this stock. So I was kind of watching this and I was watching Apple, and they were kind of flowing in the same way. So my idea here was, again, this is my pre-market range here that I was watching. I had this trend line set out through the pre-market up here. I see the lower highs. Once it broke that, retested, I took a short position, but I put my stop above this this resistance here from pre-market, which I think was a bit too tight. I really should have perhaps done it at a higher day, but I'm really trying to set smaller risk. But I think I paid the price for that today on this trade. So I got stopped out on the first attempt here, and then I was looking around 10 o'clock and I was seeing this kind of consolidate around this support and at the low of the day. And once it broke that, I just jumped straight in and took the short. Once it came back and tested and got rejected, I then added, and I pulled into any volume that's kind of coming to this level here. I started to cover, so I covered some pretty early here, covered some here, and then obviously as I'm getting these volume pushes coming down, I'm covering into them. I saw this flag happen here, and I don't know why, but I saw this consolidating, getting really tight around here, and then once it broke, I should have entered here. It's part of my setup. I should have taken it, but I didn't. My set of risk would have been here, so we're looking at 15 cents or whatever, and then yeah, it just kind of rode down for the rest of the day. So I've had a decent day, but yeah, missing this is a little bit annoying. But that's it, guys. All right, cheers. Bye bye.